What's good, guys? It's your boy, blah, 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 blah. And today, finally, yes, it's been too long. It's been too long since I did an unboxing video. And now I ain't gonna cap, I ain't gonna stunt. I actually had these devices for at least a week, but I just haven't got to the unboxing video yet. Yes, I did make an unboxing video that day I got them, but it was 15 minutes long, it was trash, and I felt like I was missing information in the unboxing video. And of course, I want to inform you guys as much as possible about these devices I got. And so yeah, but the testing portion of this video will be from the old unboxing video, so that's why it might be a weird transition, but you'll see. But anyways, finally, it's been too long. I just been grinding on school. I've been grinding my whole life on that schoolwork, saying get my grades up. And yeah, and next week I actually got finals, so last week of pushing strong, and then we have a new semester, and then I can just start fresh. And yeah, and so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into these devices. I can see two of them are new in box, and one of them is actually used. So let's go ahead and go over the used one since it's just sitting here right now, looking all crispy and stuff. As you can see, this is my Cerberus Pyrotronics U-S17S. Okay, it's a strobe only. Okay, got that fix 1575. There's a magnifier right in the middle of that strobe. So basically 15 from the side, 75 dead center, or dead at the axis. As you can see, we got our fire lettering on both sides. Kind of like the Wheelock RSS, but the Siemens style. And yeah, and so yeah, see, it has a cover like the Wheelock RSS. As you can see, we go in the back. Yes, it's kind of redundant to have 4 terminals for a 2-wire alarm, but that makes it easier for a input, output, input, output, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, so we're going in, and as you can see, it mounts on a single gang or a double gang back box, or a 4x4, you know what I'm saying, back box. Let's go ahead and pop the cover off real quick. Okay, this is what it looks like with the cover off. See, this is where you push the screws through to match it on the back box, and as you can see, this is our sticker right here. So as you can see, Cerberus Pyrotronics, you know what I'm saying, located in Florham Park, New Jersey. Model number, as you can see, U-S17S, takes 20 to 31 volts DC, it pulls 0.059 amps at 24 volts DC, it flashes once per second, and it's 15 candelas, it says on this label, but like it says, since it has a magnifier in the middle, it's probably 1575 like this sticker says right here. You can see, boom, is you all listed, obviously. And yeah. And the weird thing about this strobe is actually not free run, actually. It's actually sync only. So you do need a sync module to run this strobe. So yeah. That's the S17S. Let's put that on the side. Now actually, let me give you a brief history about these devices. These are actually the time where Faraday was owning Siemens and Cerberus Pyrotronics and all that. So when you see a firelight panel, for example, like the MS5UD that has Faraday sync, it's probably mostly for these strobes right here. But yeah, these were made in the time that Faraday was owning Siemens and Cerberus Pyrotronics. It's probably the same thing that goes for the UMMT as well. So these two, I believe, are from 2003 or 2006 is one of those. This probably probably came before these, since this is fixed candela, and usually fixed candela models come up before the multi-candela models, like the RS, Wheelock RS, and then the Wheelock RSS, fixed candela, and then multi-candela. So that's probably the same, thing for these. So as you can see, if you look at the label right there, the box says, as you can see, it's from Siemens, Florham Park, New Jersey also, you know what I'm saying. Cerberus Pyrotronics is mostly just a branch off the Siemens. But yeah, as you can see, we got 2 U-HN-MCSs, and yeah, so let's go ahead and check these out, shall we? Boom, there's one. Boom, and there's another. Okay, boom. So yeah. So as you can see, these are electromechanical horns, I should say. This is what the front appearance looks like. You got file ring on both sides. You got 2 screws to mount onto the back box. Like I said, it's a double gang only. So, excuse me. These 2 screws are most likely holding the diaphragm onto the plastic body. And yeah, let me just mention that. Plastic everywhere. I'm not a fan of it, but it's cheaper to produce, so it's whatever. As you can see, like I said, these are multi-candela. That's what the MCS stands for. Therefore, it has some multi-candela selector right there. As you can see, it says 15, 30, 75, and 110. So yeah, these are free run and syncable strobes. So if you play power, they will flash, but you put it to a sync module, they will flash in sync. That's only sync only, so therefore, if you just apply 24 volts, it will not flash until you remove the power. So, anyways, let's go back here. As you can see, the famous Faraday mechanism that Simplex uses, the Siemens, uses that too, and also my Gentex WGMS uses this mechanism. Yeah, it's a very common mechanism. Is it's actually originated by Faraday. So if you I don't want to see no comments saying, oh, why it sound like a Simplex 9219, because they all share the same diaphragm. That's it. That's why. So first of all, you can actually switch from 2-wire to 4-wire. That paperclip thing looking right there actually is a jumper. There's actually 2 of them, one right there. And if you cut those, that's how you get your 4-wire operation. So you want to run the strobe and the horn separately. You have to cut those jumpers first. But right now, these are set on 2-wire. So if you just power it to the strobe terminal or the horn terminal, both the horn and the strobe will go off. And these terminals will basically just turn into, horn in, horn out, or horn in, and then horn out, probably like that, something like that. But if you cut the jumpers, then obviously it's strobe in, out, strobe in and out, horn in and out, horn in and out. So yeah. And this plastic cover just keeps on falling off, so I might as well just ditch it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it looks like. Oh yeah, there's a label right there. Please focus, camera. There you go. As you can see, it's UL listed. Siemens U-HN-MCS. Now, they did make a higher output version. It's called a U-HN-MCS. And this is actually, that's actually the 100 decibel version of this alarm. This is only rated for 96, which is still pretty loud, if you ask me. But since these are mechanical horns, these are not necessarily loud to me. They're just noisy, if that makes sense. But yeah, and also you can get these in white, and you can also get these ceiling mount. There's actually a ceiling mount version of this too. But who needs a ceiling mount when you have a strobe that's both rated for wall and ceiling? There's actually evidence on the documentary. We'll check that out in a little bit. But as you can see, 21 to 30 volts DC. The horn pulls 0.38 amps. The strobe operation voltage range limit, obviously both for the horn and the strobe, basically, is from 16 volts all the way to 33 volts. That's the max. And yeah, Siemens Building Technologies. And like I said, I believe these are from 2003, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, so these are my Siemens, and it's the same deal for this one. The same exact thing. Boom, boom, and see the same problem too. Let's go ahead and look at the documentary real quick. As you can see, since these are new in box, comes with a documentary and mounting hardware. So let's go ahead and open up the documentary. Okay, so let's go over everything. As you can see, there's all the model numbers. So like I said, I have the regular smuggler U-HN-MCS. As you can see, max decibel rating at 10 feet is 96. And yeah, the candela, all these candelas are selectable. And then see, you got one in white, and this is the ceiling mount version. And then, as you can see, we got the higher output ones, U-H&H, MCS. And then, you know, they pull a little bit more amperage, 0.065 amps. Minimum 88, maximum 99 decibels, okay? Close to 100, basically. And like I said, you can also get that in white, too. And they have a ceiling mount version as well. And, yeah. So, we got that. Oh, my fault. 2001, that's what I meant. They're made from 2001, so that has to be probably 2000 or at least, or before 2001. Or early in 2001 in their production run. And, yeah, I can see, you know, boom. Adapter strobe uses a xenon flash tube with solid state circuitry. Boom. As you can see, the horn is not syncable, so like I said, if you want to sync the strobe, you have to cut that terminal. But, boom, see, 4x4 back boxes. You know what I'm saying? This is the back box you use for flush mount or surface mount. And like I said, this is what the ceiling mount version looks like. Basically a circle, fire lettering on sides, and boom, boom. And yep. Now all the accessories, like I said, cut these jumpers to be separated. That's the jumpers I already showed you. And boom, this is how you wire it. Like I said, this is with the horn and strobe connected to the same circuit. You just power it. Boom, goes to the next device, or the EO, the end of line resistor. And this is what the 4-wire operation looks like if you want to have the strobe sync. And then, boom, yeah, like I said, the minimum gauge it can take is 12 gauge for the wires. Boom, right there. Boom. As you can see, this is what, you know, how much amperage the strobe pulls on each voltage, 16, you know, and 24 and 33 volts. As you can see, the higher you go, and if it's on FWR, the more voltage it pulls, or more amperage it pulls. And then it tells you, you know, where you need to locate these devices, and yeah. So that's about it. There's, what, like I said, what the candela switch looks like. Give me a second. Okay, so we go to the back page, okay? For the first page I meant. There's your evidence right here. They can be either wall mounted or ceiling mounted, okay? Because of that, and you already know one of these is about to be on the ceiling. This shows that the strobe is both ceiling and wall mounted. So I don't want to hear no comments be like, "Oh, why the fire alarm fail? Okay, you have a wall mount on this ceiling." Well, it's not going to affect the operation because the strobe is both wall and ceiling. And like I said, I did this too. I didn't know that these strobes are both wall and ceiling rated, but they are. Okay, so I've been in your guys' shoes. I made that same mistake. That's why I took that post down. But you can either have it on the ceiling like this or the wall. And the orientation of the fire lettering does not really matter. It's not like people gotta be looking up at the ceiling. Oh, it's an alarm. No, they ain't gonna be doing that. But yeah. And then basically the rest saying, you know, warning, you know, basically some devices might not be heard with obstacles in the way, the strobe not be visible with obstacles in the way, you know, reliability and all that other stuff. So yeah, guys, I'm sorry for almost 15 minutes, but let's go ahead and cut to the testing portion of this video. Like I said, it's gonna be from the old unboxing video. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. In 3, 2, 1. Hope you guys enjoyed my new devices in this unboxing video. It's your boy Black Lightning, and I'm out. This John.